I want each of you to have a call for action that you would like from this group. We've got educators, philanthropists, investors, corporate companies, parents, grandparents. So call to action. You've got a captive audience. Let's start with you, Nora.
Well, I think it's at the bigger structures instead of trying to fix the women. So if you have access to capital, or if you know people who do, really trying to change the faces of people who invest, trying to get people in the room who could invest for different, so that we can invest in different types of founders. So now there's groups of women-led funds. You guys are raising a fund, which is amazing. There's a lot more happening, so support that. I thought it was really interesting what you said about the funds of funds. It's like, yeah, how do we even raise funds? Like, if we can't even get access to the big money. So it really starts at the top like that. And then for anyone who works at a corporation, if you're looking to support, there's so many amazing things already happening. We were talking about that on our call. Like, instead of every time reinventing the wheel and being siloed, like not talking to each other, like support, there's already tons of great organizations right here and all around. So kind of putting your money where your mouth is, and really, instead of going just beyond PR and ad lib, like really, how do you measure success, and not letting just the women at the company run the women event. We've had amazing, she started events, but always the women doing that voluntarily on top of their day jobs, not being, even recognized for it. I'm like, no, like put this as like your priority. Your company is making this a big priority, that you actually care and want to make this a success. So put your money where your mouth is and your energy where your mouth is.
Right. Jenny.
I think never show up on a panel or on a stage where there's not diversity. So we broke the rule here. We're all women. But make sure that you're not speaking on a panel or that there's not organizing panel that's all men. And if you're going to run an event, don't have. This is one of the things I like to insist on. I disallow the admins and stuff from being the ones running the event. Certainly disallow them from wearing black dresses and high heels. So unless we're going to get men there in tuxes, I think it's So mind, check your stereotypes. Make sure that you've got diversity in the room.
Great. Suma.
So beyond fundraising and that, I think empowering in your own spaces, right, and trying to create those kind of spaces to attract diversity, in whatever teams you lead, right, or in whatever offices you're in, or wherever you are, and being aware of the space you take up. There's probably a lot of powerful people in this room, and it's surprising to me how many people aren't always aware of how much space they take up, whether it's because of class privilege or because of color privilege or sexuality privilege or whatnot, but being cognizant of who else is in the room with you.
Great. Victoria.
Well, mine are easy. So if you are an investor or you're in a large company that would consider investing, please come talk to me about the fund. We do have a $10 million lead that is a major global institution. I can't name it publicly, but I can tell people one-on-one. And we're aiming to raise $100 million so that we can make a big difference and be a big player on the stage. So that's for investors in the room. If you're an individual investor and you want to do some direct investing, we have a lot of fun at ASCII Angels. You can come talk to us about that. That's a good time. If you're an expert in something, come talk to me about being an advisor in the community. We connect advisors to the entrepreneurs all the time. We have a platform on which we do it. There's some amazing connections that have been made through the ASTIA Advisor Network. And then if you're an entrepreneur, come talk to me as well. We are always seeking applications and definitely want to get any entrepreneur into our system. So
Great. And I will just add on behalf of NYSCI, I can tell you from firsthand witnessing of the impact that NYSCI has with its programs, its museum, its design, make, play philosophy, and how to engage children in the delight of STEM learning, and the research it does. So the science behind NYSCI is phenomenal. So I thank all of you who are current supporters, and I ask the rest of you to consider learning more about NYSCI and seeing how you can contribute. And by the way, one of the things, Gene, I don't remember if you mentioned this, but we have a STEM learning series that we have. And on March 8th, we have a Women in STEM night where we bring together the students from high school with professionals in the STEM industry to really talk about careers and internship opportunities, etc. So if you are interested in attending, bring your kids, your grandkids. It's a wonderful opportunity for them to get a real live exposure to STEM. So that will be my ask of you tonight.